Northwest winds at 5 miles an hour. Snow expected later this afternoon. We are underway from Arrowhead Stadium. Taken on the short hop by Vance Mueller. And he brings it out to the 29-yard line. Mike Wilson with Marcus Allen, Bo Jackson, James Lofton, Dokie Williams, the wide receivers, and Todd Christensen, the tight end. And that offensive line of Holloway, Lewis, Mospar, Moraldi, and Wilkerson. And it is an offensive line that you really need to give a pat on the back to, because it has been changed around almost every week this season.
In fact, Charlie, the Raiders have used 12 different offensive sets in the football game so far this year.
And here's Bo. Back to the 30-yard line. No gain, 2nd and 10. The defense, and as they've got their hands full. Mike Bell made this stop. They have gone to the 4-3 with Art Still, Bill Moss, Leonard Griffin, and Mike Bell. The all-time Kansas City team is being recognized, and they are here. Art Still, Buck Buchanan, Curly Cup, and Jerry Mays. In their prime, the Chiefs would like to have them on the field right now. 2nd down and 10. Wilson to throw. Lots of time. Out to Jackson. 4 yards to the 34-yard line. Be 3rd down and 6. Pearson.
That tells you something about this Chief defensive secondary, where they've got 2 players who are on the all-time team that are still active today.
3rd down and 6. Lofton showing motion. 4-man rush. It's complete to Todd Christensen. 1st down. So the Raiders convert on 3rd down and 6. They pick up 26 yards. Angelo Snipes makes the tackle.
Christensen, the possession receiver. Anytime you've got 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, you know Marc Wilson is looking for one man. That one man, Todd Christensen, beating the double coverage, and that's the kind of tight end he is. Can run a pattern against the zone better than anyone in football.
1st down for Los Angeles. Ball game just underway. We have no score here at Arrowhead Stadium. Marcus Allen. 3 yards to the 39. It'll be 2nd down and 7 as Bill Moss and Mike Bell make this stop.
Tremendous blocking back, and you need to have that if you can have a Bo Jackson in the backfield.
2nd down and 7. Vance Mueller showing motion to the near side. They were setting the screen for Marcus Allen, but it was infiltrated by Aaron Pearson. Marc Wilson read it, and rather than giving it to Allen, he takes the hit, dumps the ball off incomplete.
Yeah, and you get some great pressure up the gut coming from the Chiefs, and that's exactly what they're going to need to do all afternoon. That's Leonard Griffin, number 98, doing it. More important, Charlie, on that play, the Raiders had Vance Mueller in the game, and they sent him in motion, and they were trying to find out how the Chiefs would cover him. When that changes to be Bo Jackson, the Chiefs can't cover man-to-man as they did then with Burris. If they do, the Chiefs are in trouble.
6 in the secondary, 3rd down and 7, the last 3rd down opportunity. They went to Christensen. Here's the sack. At the 45, a loss of 6. 4th down, Angelo Snipes has the sack. For Kansas City. For Kansas City, that is only their 20th sack of the year. They have the fewest in the NFL.
Now, Wilson's, contrary to popular belief, does have some mobility back there, but he gets sandwiched up between his own men. Look at that. He gets run right back into his own man. That's Mike Bell, number 99, running over the offensive tackle, pushing him straight back. Brian Holloway, it seemed, got pushed in a little bit, and that's the reason for the sack.
So Stan Talley will be kicking, and Jitter Fields, a replacement player activated for this game, is the return man. And Kansas City has 10 up on the line. They show pressure. And they're coming. He gets it off. 9-yard line. Fields on the return. And he'll be wrapped up at around the 6. There's a flag down. James Davis makes the stop, a 41-yard kick with no return yardage. And now we'll check out the flag.
Illegal block in the back. Number 84 during the run back. half the distance to the goal line, and a first down.
That's on Paul Kaufman. Cefalo here at Arrowhead Stadium. No score between the Chiefs and the Raiders. And the oldest rivalry, actually, in the AFL. And here's the offensive set with Bill Kenney at quarterback. Of course, you heard Carson. You saw the rest. And we'll show you the all-time team in just a moment. Herman Hurd. Oh, about a yard, that's all. It'll be second down. Jerry Robinson. And Lynn Dawson, the quarterback, with Podolak and Garrett, Otis Taylor, Henry Marshall, Red Urbanus. Lynn Dawson, by the way, at halftime will receive his Hall of Fame ring. He said, one of the great things about getting it today is that, he said, all the men that made it possible for me are here. I can share it with them. Eatman, Baldinger, Ball, Addix, and Luke. That's the offensive line today for Kansas City. Second down and 9. Just muscles his way out to the 7. Gain of 3, third down and 6. All-time offensive line.
Running back could do. And he probably made such a name for him that day that everyone who was 12 years old wanted to grow up to be Ed Podolak. I guess I was one of them.
And did you tell him you were 12 years old in that game? You only do that to me. Third down and 6. Kenney to throw. Steps back and knocked away. Juggled. Oh, almost intercepted for a touchdown by Greg Townsend.
Now that's a nightmare for a defensive lineman, though. I mean, that was dream or nightmare, and he kept juggling the two back and forth. It turned into nightmare as it fell down on the field. But Townsend will not forget that drop for a long time to come.
Kelly Goodburn to punt on fourth down. And the Raiders are going to have great field position. Good kick. Chris Woods has to give ground back to the 45-yard line. Fumble! Recovered by the Raiders at the 42-yard line. So the Chiefs got away with one, a 48-yard kick. Andy Parker recovered it. The Raiders will have the ball at their own 42-yard line.
Now here's the fumble, or excuse me, the near interception by Greg Townsend. Batted in the air. There it is. Oh, interception? No, not at all. Just another incomplete pass. And a bad day already for Greg Townsend.
Excellent field position with the kick and the fumble and the recovery. There was an unsportsmanlike call on Eddie Anderson of Los Angeles. So with the penalty, the ball has gone back to the Raiders' 27-yard line, where they have a first down with 9:16. That is the time remaining in a scoreless first quarter.
All set up, Charlie, by the good punt by Kelly Goodburn, and knocking Chris Woods all the way back into his own territory. And then, of course, the fumble and the unsportsmanlike call against Anderson.
48 yards on the kick. So Kansas City got away with two. The almost interception by Greg Townsend in the end zone, and then the punt. So the Raiders from their own 27-yard line, first down. James Lofton in motion. Jackson. 3 yards to the 30. Art Still makes the tackle. It'll be second down and 7. The challenge for Kansas City, when you talked with them in practice yesterday, is they have to contain Bo Jackson inside. If he's outside, it's 6 points.
That's right. That's why they've gone to the 4-3, Charlie. They've got those outside linebackers. Art Still will have to make sure that everything that happens inside of him. Because if you give Bo Jackson the outside, as we saw before, he will never get caught.
Marcus Wilson to throw. Mark Wilson's going to be almost intercepted. Lloyd Burroughs went up for it. Christensen, the intended receiver, without an interception. So Bo Jackson adds other dimensions to the offense of the Raiders. Not only what he does, takes some pressure off of Wilson. The defense has changed, and here is a sack by Kansas City. Bill Moss got it. That is the second sack for the Chiefs in the ballgame.
Charlie, the Raiders have been successful so far because they've won on first down. Bo Jackson has not gotten out on first down, and they've gotten a pretty good pass rush. Bill Moss, left part of your screen, number 63, running over the center against the guard, number 51, Bill Lewis for the Raiders.
Will be kicking. Jitter Fields could well give Kansas City good field position. Calls for the fair catch. Takes it at the 38-yard line in Chiefs territory. Good kick by Stan Talley of 42 yards. We've got a timeout. Just over 8 minutes left to go in the first quarter. We have no score. We were away. Bo Jackson headed for the locker room. And we do not know why. We're trying... A strain in his ankle. A strain in his ankle is reported. They're going to go in and get it checked, maybe retape it. And also, there's some baseballs that are coming out of that end zone that have been thrown some out on the field. We had about half a dozen thus far. And they've been picked up. So far, nobody has been hit by one. But as you obviously know, they could be very dangerous. No score. Kansas City from their own 39-yard line. Raiders showing blitz. Now they back out. Kenney, a little swing left side to Okoye, and he's out of bounds. They'll mark it about the 43-yard line, so give him 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Rod Martin made the stop. The Raiders defense with Howie Long, Malcolm Taylor, and Sean Jones. King, Millen, Robinson, and Rod Martin, the linebackers. Fellows, Seal, Turan, and McElroy in the secondary.
And looking at that secondary, Fellows and Seal are in there, not normal starters. Of course, Mike Haynes out with an injury the last few weeks, and that has to make Bill Kenney a very happy quarterback. He's planning on getting a lot of man-to-man. He likes the matchup with Carlos Carson and Stephon Page against that secondary.
Mark Keel now in as a tight end. And here's Herman Hurd. 46-yard line. He has 3. It'll be 3rd down and 3 as Stacy Turan makes the tackle. Let's check the 10-minute ticker. Buffalo big over Indianapolis, 27-3. New England in front of the Jets in the 4th quarter by 22. And Miami 28, Philadelphia. Upsets Minnesota 16-10. So every week this year we've had an upset, and there's the one for today. 3rd down and 3. No score here between the Raiders and Kansas City, and incomplete. Carlos Carson. What happens? Flag is down. But what happens, Jimmy, as a receiver? I mean, it's right there.
Well, it's
3 flags are dropped on the far side of the field.
It seems when you're trying to, as we look at some more scores, San Diego
these are the games
on top
going
of
now.
Pittsburgh, and the Giants and St. Louis all tied up in the first quarter. When you're running a pattern like that,
Wait a minute,
you cross
they got a
the
couple
middle.
more. Rams 7, Atlanta. I didn't know we had that many.
Number 85 offense. Penalty refused.
That's on Jonathan Hayes, the
down.
tight end. It'll be 4th down. Go ahead.
When you're running a pattern and you're that wide open, because Carlos Carson was open, but he was open underneath the linebackers. They're going to drop only so far. They needed quite a few yards to get the 1st down. So he's underneath all the coverage. He's waiting for somebody to come up and give him a shot. And that's why he took his eye off the football. Van McElroy, number 26, coming up and making sure. But that was a pure drop on the part of Carlos Carson.
Is anything said when you come to the sidelines after that?
No, just a lot of staring. And if you play for the Dolphins, a lot of jutting of the jaw by
Jutting
Shula.
of the jaw, yes, all right. Kelly Goodburn's the kick. Chris Woods for the return. At the 11-yard line. Cannot get outside. Excellent coverage. Lewis Cooper, a 43-yard kick. No return yardage. And we've got a flag back near the midfield. 7, Vance Mueller in replacing Bo Jackson. He is in having the ankle check, the foot check worked on. We still do not have a complete report. The Raiders are not out of it. But boy, is it slim. They have to win the 3 remaining games, and a lot of other people have to lose. Vance Mueller replacing Jackson. About the 3, maybe the 4-yard line where Kevin Ross makes the tackle.
We said the key to this game was the containment by the outside people. Watch number 99, that's Mike Bell. He's working to the outside, you see that? Mueller's coming that way, but he's making sure that nothing gets outside of him, and that allows the defensive back to come on. Kevin Ross, number 31, to make the tackle. Nice play by Mike Bell, though. He's making it happen, forcing everything to go inside of him, or making sure he strings it out to the sideline.
Loss of a couple, 2nd down and 12. 4-yard line. Wilson will throw. He airs it out to Lofton. Albert Lewis had the coverage. And he makes a great catch with a flag at the 36-yard line. I don't see how you could cover him any better than that.
Well, he was beaten on the play.
Number 29 defense. Penalty refused. First down.
Albert Lewis knew he was beaten on the play, and the mistake he made was that he didn't hold well enough, because if you're going to make this decision after you're beaten, you might as well grab a hold of James Loft and make sure he doesn't make the catch. Watch him. He's beaten. He's grabbing a hold with his left arm there. Take a look at the other side, another angle. There you go. He's got a hold of him right there, but make sure he doesn't make the catch. If you're going to do that, Albert Lewis, just drag him down and let the ball go incomplete.
At the 46. yard line, so the play covers 42 yards. Here's Vance Mueller. Line of scrimmage, and that's it. Mark Robinson moves up from free safety to make the tackle. We still have no score here at Arrowhead Stadium with 5:45 and counting, time remaining. We're in the first quarter between the Los Angeles Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Pop on first down. You can't put in that nickel package, 5 defensive backs. So the Chiefs are doing well because they're winning on first down.
Wilson with pressure, sack for the third time. Marc still makes the sack. But that's a makeshift offensive line for the Raiders. 69 yards, he's been sacked 3 times. Four-man rush. Has time. Deep over the middle. It is caught. Lofton, first down. James Lofton, who has been averaging 21.9 yards a reception, picks up 18 here as Kevin Ross makes the defensive play. The pass was high. Was it intended to be that high?
Yeah, I think so. It shows a little bit of the maturity that Marc Wilson has undergone the last few weeks. Watch him sitting there in the pocket. He's got a lot of time. He knows he's got to put it over the linebackers. That's why the pass was so high. But just in front of Kevin Ross, nice reception on the part of James Lofton.
First down, Los Angeles at the Kansas City 38. Wilson dumps it over the middle to Vance Mueller. 4 yards to the 34. Second down and 6. Jack Del Rio makes the stop. So now the Raiders have a march going. They started back at their own 6-yard line. This will be the 7th play of the drive. Crowd very quiet here. There, one of the best crowds of the year. Around 65,000.
Well, the man they came to see is now in the locker room getting his ankle retaped.
Cool, crisp, snow expected. Hopefully not too soon. Marcus Allen to the 29. So he has 5. It'll be third down and 1 as Dino Hackett and Aaron Pearson stop.
Best matchup of the day on the offensive line. Don Mosgore, number 72, against the All-Pro Bill Moss, number 63. Let's see how he handles him. Well, he's getting a lot of help that time. Wilkerson, number 68, keeping Moss to the outside, but you won't find very many as good as penetration as Bill Moss.
Double tight end. Todd Christensen and Trajan. Third down and 1. Marcus Allen over the top. One possibility. Wilson's going to throw on third and drops it off to Marcus. He has the first down to the 24-yard line. Needed 1. He got 5. And the first down. Lloyd Burris with the tackle.
This also reflects some of the confidence the Raider coaching staff now has in Wilson. Hey, third down and just 2 yards. We've got a backfield like he has, yet they know that Wilson will go to the secondary receiver, and that's what Wilson was, or excuse me, that's what Marcus Allen was that time. He looked downfield. He wanted Christensen, but had enough presence of mind to come back to the secondary receiver.
Report from the locker room. They are now taping Bo Jackson's ankle. We give a play-by-play of everything that goes on. They're now to the second roll of tape, stretching the tape out and caught it. And here is Marcus on the right side. Maybe a yard to the 23. Second down and 9. Gary Baldinger, and let's check going on as the late games today. In zone, intercepted. Marc Robinson. Robinson returns to the 25-yard line. And Robinson played it perfectly.
He certainly did, Charlie. He was the free man in the middle of the field. His only job was to take a look at Marc Wilson and read his eyes. Just if you're right now, Marc Robinson, look, he looks to the left side. Robinson works that way. He's man-to-man all over the field. He's trying to get to Todd Christensen, but Robinson, the third-year man from Penn State, up with the interception.
For Kansas City, we'll come back to that graphic. They've been few and far between. In fact, this is their first interception in 5 games. From the 25-yard line, the quick out. Pass is complete far side to Stephon Pace. Sam Seal. That was a speed reading test that we gave you, and we'll bring it.
He has led the league over the past 4 years, 118 interceptions. They've had their troubles here in Kansas City.
Second down and 4 after a gain of 6. McCoya and Moriarty are the running backs. And Christian McCoy, the rookie the first down. Let's see where they spot it. Koya is 6'1", 253 pounds. Top rookie running backs, Bo Jackson, Christian Okoye, Troy Stratford.
And Okoye had led the leagues as far as rookies were concerned until last week. But he's only touched the ball 20 times in the past 2 weeks for 80 yards. So he's had a lesser production in the last few weeks. But of course, Bo Jackson has shot on by.
It is a first down. We have a report in the locker room to now x-ray Bo Jackson's ankle. Kenney knocked away. Second time that the ball has been knocked down by the Raiders. This time it was Howie Long. What effect does that have on a quarterback? Is he going to start setting up deeper?
Well, talking to Bill Kenney yesterday, he told me that he hates to set up seven-step drops. He likes the shorter drops, 3 to 5 steps. The reason being is that over the past few weeks he's had trouble with protection. Now watch Howie Long now working on the inside over 2 people and enough presence of mind to get up in the air for the block.
Second down and 10 at the 35. No score. Koya met at the line of scrimmage. Malcolm Taylor led the defense. It'll be third down and 10.
Met is not the word, Charlie. The sound, you can hear it all the way up here in the booth. Malcolm Taylor, number 96, middle of your screen, beats the block right away, and Okoye is just running right into a really large man. That's a big man, Malcolm Taylor. He's subbing for the injured Bill Piquel.
And that is the end of the first quarter. Jackson's come back. We're glad that this is one of the few media clubs in the United States in high school, and they're here visiting. And now let's go back to the football game and Bo Jackson and how he got hurt.
This is where he got hurt. Watch Shadim Miraldi, number 64, wide part of your screen. He's going to get pushed back into Bo Jackson. Right there. You see his left ankle down below. Miraldi falls on top of it. He gets pushed over by Moss, number 63. He came up limping from that play. Into the locker room for some x-rays. Good news, though, he's at least back outside.
Statistics in the first quarter. Look at the total.
Great turn to block. Man-to-man coverage he had hoped for.
Time of possession
yesterday.
also 2-1.
Big time. But he's not getting the man-to-man coverage he had hoped for earlier. He liked the matchup, but the Raiders intelligently are not giving it to him. More of a zone team today.
And we'll come back to that time of possession right after this play. We may do it now because we had David Lutz getting back to protect Kenney before the ball had been snapped. Frank Gans, the head coach of the Chiefs, feels as if they have to keep the Raiders offense off of the field.
Offense, ball start, 5-yard penalty, still third down.
Not that true.
The interception and their poor field position.
And the punt with the fumble and the penalty. So the Raiders have had a couple of good opportunities slip away.
Kenney checking the play at the line of scrimmage. He senses the blitz.
Kind of had to jump up to throw it over the defensive line, incomplete to Herman Hurd. It'll be fourth down. Rather a tentative pass.
The Raiders showed blitz, and Kenney took a look at it.
Bo Jackson negative, and we expect to see him return to the contest. Low snap, pressure, he gets it away, but it's going to be, oh, it hangs up pretty good. Fair catch is called for, and taken at the 35-yard line. Thought it might be short, but he got away with another one. 35 yards on the kick, no return, no score. Back in a moment. While we were away, here is some discussions that were going on. That's Bill Kenney, the quarterback, or Eatman, the tackle. There was some heated words exchanged between the coaching staff and the offensive line. Now some heated words will be exchanged on the field as Marcus Allen gets the call from the 35. And there are the heated words. I mean, this is a rivalry. There's no question about that. Bill Moss and Gary Baldinger were there for Kansas City. Talked to Marcus Allen before the game. He said it's tough. Every time we play the Chiefs, it's tough. They started back in 1960, and it's still the same.
Yeah, and that was Bill Moss and Marcus Allen going at it. I don't think I'd want to mess around with Marcus Allen. He's into that martial arts stuff, you know. Yeah, he yelled at me yesterday. I was on the sideline. He said that during a game I said he had no knee pads, and now the NFL officials keep walking up and grabbing his knees. I said, anything you want, Marcus.
He asked me about that today, and I said it was Jimmy's fault. So Jackson back in the ball game. And now there is more than football going on the field. Dino Hackett, the leading tackler for Kansas City, number 56, makes the play.
And he's the middle linebacker in the 4-3. It's his job to get around the corner and prevent Bo Jackson from getting any extra yardage. Watch the reaction by Dino Hackett. He's key to today's game turn. They go to the 4-3, so they've got 4 men on the line of scrimmage to try to keep an offensive guard or a center to come down on Hackett. Hackett has got to make those plays. If he makes a lot of tackles this afternoon, it means the Chiefs are successful.
Loss of a yard, third down and 9. 36-yard line, no score. The Raiders and the Chiefs. Wilson, too high, incomplete. Doki Williams, the intended receiver. It'll be fourth down. That means that Stan Talley will be kicking. Cocroft had the coverage, number 22. And the Chiefs have been putting pressure on him. They feel they can get to him. They send 8, they almost do it. He gets it away. Fields at the 19. About 10 yards on the return. And they're pushing and shoving, and here they come, both benches. Flags are in the air. Always interesting at this point to check the sidelines to see who the smart ones are.
The ones who aren't going to get fined.
That's right. That's exactly right.
offsetting personal fouls. Number 45 of the Raiders, number 35 of Kansas City. They offset at the dead ball spot.
James Davis and Christian Okoye. Kansas City feels to have an opportunity to win the ball game, they have to control the ball on offense, control the clock. They haven't been able to do that.
No, they haven't. Usually when you talk about Raider defense, it's man-to-man coverage, and they have not gotten that this afternoon, possibly because the two regular cornerbacks you normally associate with the Los Angeles Raiders are not in uniform today. Well, Mike Haynes is, but won't be playing, and of course Lester Hayes has been out since the beginning of the year.
Right now, the Raiders' defense has dominated. Of the four, the two offensive teams, two defensive teams, the Raiders' defense is playing well. Herman Hurd and Christian Okoye are the running backs. Kenney throws, a little wobbly, incomplete. Stephon Page. Intended receiver, Ron Fellows was there. Not that good a pass.
Now he's been shaken a little bit. They're not getting what they thought they were going to get. Talking to Bill Kenney yesterday, I think he was really excited about today's game. He said, look, I go in and I'm going to audible 40-50% of the time. That's what he's been doing the last few weeks. He expected man-to-man coverage. He'd find out where the man was and the audible at the line of scrimmage to get to the receiver he wanted. Instead, he's getting zone coverage. They're going to have to change their offensive game plan if he's going to improve those statistics you just saw.
He's completed 2 of 7 for 10 yards. That's nothing. You should do more than that in the first couple plays. It's a pump fake, a draw to Okoye that doesn't fool a lot of people. And it's going to go for 3 to the 32. Third down and 7. Malcolm Taylor with the tackle, and let's check the 10-minute ticker. These are all finals. Earlier, Buffalo defeating San Diego continues to lead. Rams in front, Detroit in front. Third down and 7 from the shotgun. Knocked away. What is that, fourth time, third or fourth time that a pass has been knocked down by the Raiders line? This time it's Rod Martin who makes the play, and it will be fourth down.
And they're doing it with everyone. Howie Long had one. Sean Jones had one. Now, middle of your screen, watch him. Rod Martin, number 53. He engages the back. Just times his leap perfectly. See, his job there was to cover the running back. Moriarty, number 32, stayed in the block, so he was able to blitz, and that's what got the block for Rod Martin and the Raider defense.
And Kelly Goodburn will be punting. Chris Woods is set for the return. He's got the first down. Was that run all the way?
No, I don't think so, Charlie. He had no choice. That was going to be blocked unless he tucked it and ran with it. One of the Raider defenders jumped through and was going to block it cleanly. Watch him come from the left part of your screen. Here he comes, and that's blocked.
Great recovery, though. Great recovery.
It looked like Andy Parker, number 81, that flashed by. Great recovery, as you say, by Goodburn to pull it back because it was actually out of his hand. Watch left part of your screen. No, it's not 81. It looks like...
That's number 30, Stacy Turan.
Stacy Turan, but a good reaction by the punter, pulling it back out of midair, and enough presence of mind to pick up the first down.
Hurd and Okoye, the running backs. First down for the Chiefs at their own 48-yard line. Kenney slipped out and is tripped up. The ball pops loose. Raiders go for it. They think they have it. As they start the celebration on the far side. And we've got even more pushing and shoving as we take another look.
There goes another flag.
This is becoming more and more like a hockey game. A reminder to our viewers that we'll be selecting the Budweiser Most Valuable Player for today's game at the conclusion of the game, if there are any left. There will be.
And Irv Eatman was getting off the bottom of the pile down there. His teammates went over to help him out. That was 58 Tom Baugh.
It is ruled a sack and a fumble. And the Raiders were celebrating that they had the ball. This season, 38 turnovers, 16 interceptions,
and
22
after the ball
fumbles.
became dead, we had offsetting personal fouls. 75 Kansas City, 53 Raiders, first down.
That's Eatman and Martin.
Well, let's find out what happened on the play. I think it was Sean Jones, number 99, who got involved with this. Let's take a look at it. Howie Long to the left of your screen. There's Jones, number 99, chasing him down from the backside. Somebody tripped him up. That might have been Howie Long, and here comes Long in to make the recovery. Now here comes the fight coming along. I don't understand how this started. Eatman's on the ground already. Martin on top of him. That's the double toe hold over the top. The referee jumps in. 1, 2. And we got a free-for-all. I think the officials have got to change this, Charlie. Now they've had 2 offsetting penalties.
Yeah.
If they jump in and they call a fall on one of them, knock off 15 yards, that stuff will stop. Enough is enough.
The ball at the Kansas City 39-yard line. Wilson to throw over the middle. Pass is complete to Todd Christensen near the 30. It'll be 2nd down and 1 as Hackett and Robinson make the tackle. The Raiders rushing yardage today, 9 rushes for 10 yards. Most yards per rush.
Average per rush, they're 4.9. A half a yard over Indianapolis, who's in 2nd place, Charlie, 4.3.
Marcus Allen and Vance Mueller with Allen the ball carrier. Allen dives to the 26, maybe the 25. He has the 1st down. Mike Robinson makes the tackle.
And that was the first time that the Chiefs defense, their 4 front defensive linemen, made a mistake. Leonard Griffin, number 98, got caught inside by the offensive tackle, and that allowed the running back to get outside for more yardage than the Raiders have had so far today.
Little weather report. The temperature at kickoff time, 41 degrees. Not supposed to get that warm. It's supposed to be in the low 30s. And then really dropping down with snow expected before the game is to be over. That's the early report. Heavy snow tomorrow. Wilson. Pass is complete at the 15-yard line, and the flag sailed further than that, coming in the opposite direction. It was about 16 yards in the air. Kevin Ross made the tackle. And we may be here all night. We may make the snow.
Defensive holding, number 50, penalty refused, 1st down.
Why they're fighting. If you're 2 and 10 and 5 and 7, why are you going to fight?
Oh, they're fighting because of the Raiders and the Chiefs.
Yeah, well, I understand that part, but they weren't here 25 years ago when this first started.
End zone incomplete. Too high for Lofton to pull down. It'll be 2nd down and 10 at the 12.
Lofton has turned into Mark Wilson's favorite target, not only today, but over the past several weeks. Lofton still has that sweet speed, Charlie. He's
Sweet speed?
Sweet speed.
What is sweet
He
speed?
never looks like he's gaining any ground. And talking to Albert Lewis yesterday, he said the problem with looking at James Lofton is that he's so smooth, you don't realize how fast he's moving. And that could be a danger for a defensive back.
Wilson, 8 of 13, 121 yards, 1 touchdown. Sweet speed. Tastes good. Marcus, he goes out of bounds. Mike Bell was there with him. It'll be 3rd down, and see where they mark him out. The line of scrimmage was the 12-yard line. They'll mark him out at the 14. It'll be 3rd down and 12. Timing pattern, left corner of the end zone. A possibility, a thought.
Well, the Chiefs like that man-to-man coverage. Inside the green zone, though, they've changed defensive coordinators
The green
this year.
zone.
Inside the 20-yard line going in.
The money zone.
Right. They've changed coordinators. They like zone more and more this year, the more than they did in the past several years.
Marcus was headed towards the corner, so was Christensen. No, he was juggling it. He was juggling it as he went out. Kevin Ross was there with him. Meanwhile, a flag back at the 19. Third down conversions. The Raiders are 50%. The Chiefs are 0 for 4. Will they get another chance?
Illegal use of the hands, number 63 defense. A shot to the face.
From Bill Moss.
5 yards and a 1st down.
Here's the end of that last play. Todd Christensen runs a nice pattern. It is a zone. You see he's working inside on Pearson, number 24, then back to the corner. And Ross doesn't get back quickly enough, but he gets his hand up, and so it seemed to take the vision away from Christensen just for a second. It forced him to bobble it, and clearly he did not have possession when he went out of bounds.
With the penalty, the 1st down at the 9-yard line. for his first down and goal to go. Otherwise, it would have been fourth down with a field goal attempt. Mueller fumble. Chiefs have it. Marc Robinson recovers the fumble. So Robinson with an inline. No score with just over 10 minutes to go in the first half. But the Chiefs have been unable to get any kind of an offense going. Okoye for a couple of yards out to the 7, second down and 8. Malcolm Taylor with the tackle.
Howie Long earlier in the year, they were saying, you know, he's not playing as well as he has been. Well, he said yesterday he's healthier than he ever has been in the past year. There he beats the tackle in front of him, has enough quickness to get down the line and make the initial hit on the ball carrier. This defense is third in the NFL. I mean, the Raiders, why they're 5-7 is a great mystery. They're third behind Cleveland and Chicago.
Okoye, 5 carries for 12 yards, and here's Herman Hurd. Stream out, he gets around the corner, and then is taken out of bounds at the 14-yard line. Just a yard shy of the first down. He needed 8 yards. He got 7, and Sam Seal makes a great play.
What?
Yards, the Raiders almost 3-1, 138 to 50. Third down and 1, and Okoye has it. Oh, he's a load. 6'1", 253 pounds from Azusa Pacific. Rookie taken in the second round of the draft. Very little football experience.
And very little hole is what Okoye ran through that time, but he doesn't need much, as you mentioned, Charlie. A nice lead block by number 32, Larry Moriarty. You can tell because the pile just moves backwards.
Yes. 18-yard line. A gain of 4, first down. Okoye, 4 yards to the 22, second down and 6. Matt Millen with the tackle. Let's check the 10-minute ticker. San Diego by 9 in front of Pittsburgh. St. Louis leading the Giants by 11. Injury is Okoye now coming off. We'll have a report on that. They did an x-ray on Jackson. It was negative. He is on the sideline but has not returned to the game.
10 men on the line of scrimmage for the Raiders, Charlie.
Incomplete. Marshall, the intended receiver, and the defender got there too soon.
Defensive pass interference, number 43, first down.
On Sam Seal.
One of the problems of Sammy Seal is that he's really very small. He's a small guy, not very tall. He's working against a much larger Henry Marshall, so he has to go over the top and through him. He goes through him, but he makes the contact well before the ball gets there.
There's more through than over. First down at the 33. Kansas City in their own territory. Into coverage. It's caught. Carlos Carson. He beat Ron Fellows 67 yards.
Kenney told me he'd like to play. And there's a baseball on the field. That's a hard ball. Somebody's going to get hurt with that. A wiffle ball is one thing, but a hard ball is something else. Retrieved by Todd Blackwood's the backup quarterback. I'll get back to my Bill Kenney story in just a second.
Lowry to attempt the point after. He has hit 141 straight. Frank Sire, the holder. Tom Bowell, the snapper. Flag is down. Kansas City is on the board. Let's see what the call is about. For Kenney, his 11th touchdown throw.
Defense, number 99, lined up offside. Point is good. Will penalize 5 yards on the kickoff.
That is Sean Jones. We've got a timeout. And the Chiefs have the lead. Kicking at the 40-yard line because of the 5-yard penalty. Dokie Williams and Chris Woods are deep. And it's Chris Woods. 15. 20 down around the 22 or the 23-yard line. Now let's go back to the touchdown pass. And his 6th touchdown reception. And there's Garson. A little breather on the sideline. Raiders have the ball at their own 23, first down. Play action. Going deep to Dokie Williams. It'll be ruled incomplete. No, they're saying catch and fumble. I did not think he had possession. Albert Lewis had the coverage. The call from the official downfield, he signaled catch and fumble.
In order to be a catch, he's got to have 2 feet on the ground while he has possession, or he has to have 2 shoulders to have it. Now let's see if he has them both. No.
He never had possession.
No, he never did. He never had possession of that football.
They're saying, they're ruling that he had possession. Now we're in kind of a gray area as whether or not this goes to the replay, because this was not is this fumble by contact?
The rule is if it's fumble by contact, it's not.
You go with the call.
Right.
No, see, they're replaying. They're stopping the game. The umpire stopped the game. He is in contact.
Not under the review of the replay official.
Exactly.
That was a gray area because did he have possession? Was it a catch or not?
Second down. This one is caught by Dokie Williams at the 40, near the 45-yard line, and he was wide open. Dino Hackett makes the tackle. Flag back at the 18-yard line, 22 yards on the play if it stands up. There's almost a flag on every play. And we still have 7:34 left in the second quarter.
Illegal use of the hands. Number 63 defense. Penalty refused.
Bill Moss, they'll refuse it.
That's the second time Moss has been called for that. It's unusual that a nose tackle would be called for illegal use of the hands, but
must be going into the face.
Well, that's what the first call was. They didn't elaborate on that one.
44-yard line, first down. The cloud coverage is clearing away. It's almost as if the sun is going to come out. The sun is coming out. First down. Kansas City leading 7-0. Marcus Allen changes gears, stiff arm. May have the first down. Dino Hackett makes the tackle. Check of the 10-minute ticker. Pittsburgh has scored. San Diego now leading by 2. St. Louis by 11 over the Giants. They're both in the second quarter. Atlanta trailing the Rams. And Tampa Bay is on the board. Detroit 7, Tampa Bay 3. Here it is Kansas City 7, the Los Angeles Raiders nothing. 6:54 time remaining in the first half. An update on Bo Jackson. He has a foot problem or an ankle problem. Bo Jackson, 3 carries, 1 yard rushing. Has not returned since the x-ray of his ankle that they said was negative. Second down and 1. And Marcus Allen to the 37-yard line. Picking up the first down en route, and Dino Hackett makes the tackle. Raiders have looked good on this drive.
They have. Well, the Chiefs failed in that instance where they had been successful earlier in the football game, and that's stopping Marcus Allen, Bo Jackson, whoever's in the football game from getting to the outside. The containment with the 4-3 has been very good with Art Still, with Mike Bell, and the 2 outside linebackers. But that time, Allen slipped to the outside and picks up the first down.
Rushing yardage, 27 to 48. Wilson, Lofton at the 18-yard line. Robinson and Ross with the tackle, a gain of 19. The receivers for the Raiders are open, and they're open deep. What is wrong with Kansas City's coverage?
Well, this time it's Mark Robinson who's got to go over and give the cornerback help Ross on the other side. See, Ross is expecting Robinson to come up and make this play, but he's late coming over. That's because Mark Wilson did a good job of holding off where he was going with the football. That's what's called reading the eyes of the quarterback. And that instance, Mark Robinson did not do it well enough.
17-yard line, first down Raiders. Wilson intercepted. Kevin Ross. Bryant.
There's 1 foul on the play. Legal interception.
First down Kansas City, and if Holloway does not make the play, Kansas City has their second touchdown. Now from their own 44-yard line, first down. Just over 5 minutes, time remaining, second quarter. Kenney behind Carlos Carson, and Carlos coming across had a step on the defender.
Bill Kenney changed the play at the line of scrimmage. I don't think Carlos Carson got it. Take a look at him. He's lined up side. He's looking in, but he does not get the change at the line of scrimmage, and the ball is thrown quicker than it would have been without the change at the line. And he'll look back inside to Kenney. He looked back after this play was over thinking, now, where was that coming from? He did not hear the change of play at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Kenney 3 of 10 for 77 yards, 1 touchdown. Wilson 11 of 18, 171 yards, 2 interceptions. Moriarty to the Raiders 48. Jerry Robinson with the tackle. Yeah, before kickoff, it's 10 now. 3rd down and 2. Flag is down. Kenney is down. He was running out of time. Getting pressure was that Greg Townsend that was slipping through. Carson, the intended receiver, I think he was just trying to dump it off, save any kind of a loss. It'll be against the flag against Kansas City. They may go ahead and refuse it, make it 4th down.
Carson not only didn't catch the ball, but he was run over by the defensive lineman charging upfield.
72 offense, a grasp with a face mask, penalty refused, 4th down.
David Lutz. And that means that Kelly Goodburn will come in to kick, and Chris Woods is set for the return. This one is blocked. Goodburn got away with one earlier. It will be down about the 31-yard line when it bounced into Larry Moriarty. And anytime it is touched by, of course, a member of the kicking team, the ball is dead. Not dead at that point, but the receiving team can bring it back at that point. So it'd be only a 17-yard kick. And you will recall earlier that Goodburn had the pressure, pulled it back at the last moment, and then ran for the first down.
On the kicking team, illegally downfield, penalty refused, first down.
Really a very sloppy ball game.
There's been more penalties in the first half of this game than I can remember in any full contest that we've done this year.
Maybe more than any 2 contests added up, and we're still 4-10 from halftime. You're right. Los Angeles at their own 30-yard line, first down, trailing 7-0. Kenney to Carson, 67-yard touchdown pass, the only score of the game. Here's Wilson, and he goes deep. Maybe intercepted. Again, no, incomplete. Kevin Ross was positioned perfectly for the interception.
And he wanted a face mask call. He was claiming that James Lofton grabbed a hold at the end. Lofton did a nice job, though, of turning into the defensive back when he saw that he had no chance of catching the football. Now, does he get his face mask pulled or not? Lofton goes up, and yeah, he sure does.
He sure does. Oh, yeah.
And Kevin Ross perfectly justified in asking for a flag on that play, but Lofton turns into the defensive back. Does a good job of it, but inadvertently grabs the face mask of Kevin Ross.
One of the few times we've had a penalty without a flag, or an infraction without a flag. Second down. Pass is complete to Vance Mueller coming out of the backfield, and he'll pick up the first down. A gain of 12 yards on the play. Dino Hackett and Jack Del Rio with the tackle. 43-yard line, gain of 13. There's a strange way to broadcast the game, because as soon as every play is over, the first thing you do is you look for where the flag is. Not if there's a flag, but where the flag is. It's a different mindset.
Or where the fight is.
That's right. Those are easy to find. Here's Mueller. 4 yards to the 47. Second down and 6. Art Still with a tackle. Okay. Steve Grogan with 5 touchdowns, 4 passing and 1 rushing. Marino, 376 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. Bernie Kosar, 4 touchdowns. A 3-way tie in the AFC East. Miami, Buffalo, and Indianapolis.
Again.
Again. That's right. Again.
They were tied at 5-5, 4-4, and now 7-7.
Wilson, far side, it is incomplete.
Toward Kevin Ross.
3rd down and 6. Flag is down. Incomplete. And another flag is down. Christensen, the intended receiver, Burris, may be flagged for pass interference. And there was an earlier flag thrown by the referee.
We have multiple fouls. Illegal use of the hands to the face. Number 99 defense, 34 defense, interference, first down.
So they got Mike Bell and Lloyd Burris both of Kansas City, and it'll be a first down for the Raiders.
Well, I couldn't see what Mike Bell did, but take a look at the left-hand corner of your screen. This is not an infraction. This is a misdemeanor. That's 34. Lloyd Burris, that's a mugging going on.
That was a mugging, yeah.
Now take a look from this angle, all over the top of him. Todd Christensen had no chance of catching the football.
First down at the Kansas City 45-yard line. Chiefs leading 7-0. 2:41 left to go in the first half. And it is incomplete. Vance Mueller, the intended receiver. Kevin Ross
would have a better quarterback rating than Koza.
2nd and 10. Pass is complete to Lawson at the 30 and down at the 28-yard line. First down for the Raiders. Lloyd Burris with a tackle, a gain of 17 yards.
They've got to find a way to stop James Lofton. This looks like the James Lofton of the Green Bay Packer days. Watch it. Take a look at how he finds the seam. He's up on the top of your screen. He waits for the area to clean and then comes right back to the football, right along the 30-yard line, in between the linebackers. It's tough to stop James Lofton because he has that good speed, but also he's a very good possession receiver in his own. He found the hole that time and made the catch for the first down.
And the 2-minute warning given to both benches. The score, Kansas City 7, Los Angeles. As we go back to the action, Marcus Allen, 1-yard line, and a flag is down. I always say, of course, the flag is down. Jack Del Rio with the tackle. Right before he went to the 2-minute warning, Lofton's reception gave him 5 receptions for 112 yards. And the flag will bring this one back. This could be a very good ball game if they'd play football and stop piddling around and fighting and talking and trying to get even with each other.
Number 46 offense. 10-yard penalty, still first down.
Holding on Todd Christensen. And the ball is the 35-yard line.
Marcus Allen able to find the seam that time. The containment of the Kansas City Chiefs is frustrating team. Let's take a look at Christensen holding, though. Let's try to find him. Right part of your screen. There he is. He's got a hold of a defensive end or a linebacker, maybe. And no question about that hold.
First down and 17. Into the corner. It is complete at the 2-yard line. Dokie Williams and Kevin Ross battling for the ball, and Dokie Williams has it at the 2.
Once again, they're going against Kevin Ross as opposed to Albert Lewis on the other side, but what a catch by him. He gets both feet in bounds. That's not only a tremendous catch, but also presence of mind to keep his feet in. The ball popped out, but it appeared that he was down prior to the fumble.
2 receptions, 55 yards. And it's first down and goal to go at the 2.
And it's been a tough afternoon for Wilson, so he'll take a tremendous catch on the part of a wide receiver.
And the replay officials are going to take another look at this one. That's the reason for the delay.
I think what they're going to be looking at, Charlie, is whether or not he had possession, same as before with Dokie Wilson, before the ball popped out. But from the angle we had, it seemed tough to tell.
Here is the replay. It was ruled a completed catch. First down.
Good call. I think I was right.
Yeah, I do too. It's so difficult for a receiver to go up. Remember where the sideline is. Try to make a difficult catch battling a defender and then slide both feet in bounds. And Doki Williams did it for special men.
At the 2, first down, goal to go. All alone in the end zone, and then it is knocked away.
He went to the wrong man.
Oh, did he ever? Marcus Allen, there wasn't anybody within 10 yards of Marcus Allen. Came back, he never saw him. Pearson knocks it down.
Take a look at Marcus Allen, number 32, left part of your screen. They go with that crossbuck action. Pearson, number 96, great reaction, diving up just to knock it away. But to the left of your screen.
Way to the left, out of the picture, there wasn't anybody near him. But by the way, there was a flag down. And the penalty splits the distance to the 1 and the down to the door. First down, goal to go. Can you believe that? Marcus Allen and Steve Strahan now the running back. Here's Marcus, cut down at the 1. He's second down and goal to go. Bill Moss made the play.
Well, we talked about the penetration earlier on. Moss was in the backfield nearly before Marcus Allen even touched the ball. There he is, middle of your screen. He's going to be working against Mosebore, number 72. He beats everybody right now, right off the bat. And Marcus Allen was going to leap and didn't have time to do it. And this is a fired-up Kansas City team.
Marcus Allen, 8 carries, 21 yards rushing. Trey Junkin on the left flank of the blocker. Marcus over the top, hit at the top, touchdown. The ball breaking the plane of the goal line. A 70-yard touchdown drive for the Raiders.
You think he got in or not? You be the official. He got to break the plane.
Watch the football. The football.
Strahan going up 39. It doesn't look from that angle that he broke the plane to me, John.
Football did not make it in. According to that angle. That's our cabinet. I don't think it made it in either. But the officials made the call, and that's what counts.
Well, they're going to take a look because that is under the review of the replay official.
Anything on the sidelines or going into the end zone. It's the ball.
No.
Does not go in. Does not go in. While they're replaying this, I mean, Mark Wilson has been, you can almost say, the much maligned Mark Wilson. His statistics in the first half, 14 of 24. He has thrown for 234 yards. He's also had 2 interceptions. We're going to bring it back.
Well, it's the right call once again. The ball's on his left hand. That's what it is. The pile of defenders from the Chiefs knock him back out, and he does not try.
So it will be third down and goal to go. It was Aaron Pearson, the key man on the stop for Kansas City, that went up to meet Marcus. Third down, goal to go, just a foot away. Three calls reviewed, 3 calls overturned. Before the snap, and another baseball, a couple more baseballs have been thrown out on the field. A flag because of motion on Allen, I'm sure. Do you refuse it and make it fourth down, or do you take the penalty and bring it out to the 5?
I think you refuse it. Let him kick the field goal. They're going to go third down and 5. I mean, 5 down on their foot. Why give him another shot at it?
Don't give him another shot at the touchdown. Refuse it. Put the ball a foot away, let them go with the field goal. Now, if they do that, if you are the Raiders, do you go with the field goal or do you gamble for the touchdown?
When you're 5 and 7, you go for the touchdown.
Goal to go, 5 yards and a foot away. Now, do they go back that same pass play that Marcus is wide open on?
That's as good as any. He was lined up as a fullback then, Charlie. He's a halfback now.
Coverage. Doki Jokey Williams, the intended receiver.
The job of the receiver here is to make and freeze the defensive back at the line of scrimmage. Jokey tried to do it there. Not well enough, though. Lewis, one of the best defensive backs in football, had no chance. Jokey Williams did not have any chance at the football. He wants a flag, but no penalty there.
Chris Pond to attempt the field goal. Wilson to hold at the 13 and attempt a 23 yards. He drills it through from 23 yards away. And the Raiders are on the scoreboard for the first time. Kansas City 7 and Los Angeles 3 with 51 seconds left to go in the first period. It has been denied. Bar to kick off. Paul Palmer bounces it and returns to the 30-yard line. Chris McLemore makes the tackle. 47 seconds. That is the time remaining in the first half. The first half that is going to be in the neighborhood of an hour and 40 minutes by the time it's over. Passing yardage, 234 to 77.
67 yards of that 77 came on the touchdown pass to Carlos Carson.
Herman Hurd, 31-yard line. Second down and 9. Are you surprised?
Yes, I am. I'm surprised they're running out the clock without throwing the football because, again, at 2 and 10 with the Kansas City Chiefs record, why not work on the 2-minute drill? You have nothing to lose. You might as well get your players some work on it.
Second down and 8. The ball at the 32-yard line. On the other hand, they don't want to take a chance of an interception and go in trailing 10-7. Going leading 7-3 at halftime. I'm just guessing. And they'll down it to run out the clock. Maybe they figured that the first half had gone on long enough.
And it has.
And it has. That's right. The gun sound. A long first half. 7-3. Chiefs.
For 32 yards. That's because Bo Jackson has been injured early on.
And the second half kickoff is sponsored by Budweiser, the king of beers, as Larry Moriarty returns for Kansas City. Eddie Anderson makes the stop for the Los Angeles Raiders, and so the Chiefs will go to work as they open the second half, leading the Raiders by a score of 7-3. And let's go to the statistics of the first half. Kenney, the quarterback. Not that prolific a first half. Mark Wilson had a good one, and we'll have those numbers for you in just a moment. Kansas City from their own 34-yard line. Noah Koya is in the ballgame. Not expected to be there, but he is there. Herman Hurd to the 43. 9 yards. Second down and 1. Jerry Robinson makes the tackle, and here are those statistics that we talked about.
And that's really the reason why the score indicates on the side of Kansas City so far early in the third quarter.
Second down and 1. Carson in motion. We may have a 30-second violation, a delay of game. And we have pushing and shoving and more words being exchanged.
Another flag and another fight. Halftime didn't do a thing to cool off these two teams.
Oh, we were wrong. Did you notice that the passing yardage, the total...
start, 75 offense, 5-yard penalty, will replace the down.
So he was really excited about coming and playing today because he was anticipating that man-to-man coverage. He has not gotten it so far.
Second down and 7. Okoye. 41-yard line first down. Excuse me, 46-yard line first down. Van McElroy is the man who brought him down.
Just to show you that Howie Long has his health back, 75, top part of your screen. He nearly runs over Lutz, the blocking tackle coming from the backside, and nearly causes this play to stop before it began. Okoye, though, showing no effects of that injured shoulder.
They'll spot it at the 47-yard line first down. Kansas City leading 7-3, opening drive, second. Kenney, a little play action fake. Hit as he is thrown. Going for the interception is Stacy Turan, and he's got it at the 41-yard line. So you can credit that interception to the pressure of the defense.
Yeah, he gets his arm banged right there. It is Howie Long once again. And you see the ball fluttering through the air because he never got enough on it, and that allowed Turan to come in front of the receiver and make the interception. Take a look at Long moving around on the center, 75 right in the middle of your screen. He moves back and forth, then attacks both the guard and the tackle. Lutz can't get to him. Number 61, Addix can't get to him. It gets the hand up just enough to affect the pass of Bill Kenney.
And with the turnover, the Raiders have the ball at their own 41-yard line. First down. First opportunity of the second half. Trailing 7-3. Wilson comes out swinging. Pass is low. And it's taken on the bounce. Vance Mueller. It'll be incomplete. Jack Del Rio was there for Kansas City. It'll be second down and 10. 14 of 26, 234 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. In reality, the statistics of the first half. Vance Mueller and Marcus Allen are the 2 running backs. Bo Jackson not expected to return because of the ankle problem. Meanwhile, Marcus goes to the 50, a gain of 9. It'll be third down and 1 as Jack Del Rio makes the stop.
In effect, what the injury to Bo Jackson means to Marcus Allen, he moves from the fullback spot to the halfback position. And, of course, that means he'll be touching the football quite a bit more. It used to be in the Raider offense that their fullback was just another guard in the backfield, never touched the football. Of course, that changed when Bo Jackson came and the fullback became Marcus Allen.
And Marcus brings so many dimensions to the game, not only carrying the ball, but also receiving. Also, he is the number 3 quarterback. And so it throws the halfback pass so well. Kevin Ross making the tackle. The play goes to the 46-yard line. And the first down. The other games that are going on. San Diego continues to hold on to that small edge on Pittsburgh. St. Louis in front of the Giants by 17. Rams 26-0 over Atlanta. And Detroit 10-3 over Tampa Bay. Here it is 7-3. Kansas City over the Raiders. With 11:40 time remaining, we're in the third quarter. And Mueller goes to the 41-yard line. Gain of 5. Second down and 5. Art Still with the tackle. Do you have the feeling that the Raiders are saying, all right, we'll just put it on the ground. We'll run the ball. We'll use up a lot of time because physically they feel they're better than Kansas City. And they should be up by a couple of touchdowns. Had those opportunities, they got away from them in the first half.
Well, they got away from what they do best in the first half, and that's running the football. Only 32 yards in the first half. They got to get back to it to control the clock and set up some of the passing a little.
Here's Mueller. No gain. And it'll be third down and 5. Bill Moss and Mike Bell make the tackle.
Take a look at how the hole just closes up for the running back of the Raiders. The Chiefs doing a good job of containment today. See the Bell on the backside just reading, pushing it down the line. That's Art Still in on it, and the tackle from the middle of the line. This Chiefs defense is playing much better than they had for the remainder of the year.
Third down and 5. Mark it down, the remaining back, and Christensen is in the short slot on the left side. Wilson throws right, it is incomplete. Almost intercepted by Lloyd Burroughs, and there's another flag down. When you look at the standings in the AFC West, Kansas City, of course, out of it, 2-5. Penalty will go against the Chiefs. That was a 3rd and 5, and it'll carry with it
defensive holding.
A first
number
down.
34, 5-yard penalty, first down.
At the 36-yard line.
Lloyd Burroughs, number 34, steps in front, but just prior to that, he apparently was all over James Lofton.
Denver is at Seattle. That game later on today. San Diego just barely in front of Pittsburgh. So the Raiders in Kansas City. There's a look at the standings, and from a Raiders standpoint, there's still an opportunity. They have to win the 3 remaining games, including this one, and have to look for a lot of people to lose. Marcus Allen to the outside, and he'll pick up maybe 3, maybe 4. Let's give him 3 to the 33. We're at second down and 7. Kevin Ross makes the tackle.
just because Bo Jackson is out of the football game, the Kansas City Chiefs can't forget about containing the running game of the Raiders. Even before Bo Jackson came to Los Angeles, they were a very formidable running attack with Marcus Allen. And it seems early on in the second half, they're getting outside of the containment of the Chiefs. And that's why this drive is starting to progress.
Marcus Allen, 43 yards on 13 carries. It's second down and 6. Wilson against the 4-man rush over the middle, and the pass is complete to Todd Christensen. And Todd will have the first down at the 25-yard line. He needed 6, he got 7. Aaron Pearson makes the tackle. The passing of Mark Wilson, particularly on the short passes, when he comes back over the middle, as you can look on the numbers on Todd Christensen, it looks awkward. Does it to you? It's not sharp and crisp.
Well, he's such a large man. He's got great leverage, and that's why it's easier to throw the long ball for him. He's got to dump it off. He's got to take something off, and he does look like an ugly duckling. It's going to third pass.
Here's the gift to Mueller. 4 yards to the 21. It'll be second down and 6 as Leonard Griffin halts him at that point. Meanwhile, the clock is moving. 8:45, 8 minutes 45 seconds. The time remaining in the third quarter. And again, Bo Jackson, in case those of you, a lot of you that have been watching, of course, throughout the afternoon, and we have people that are joining us all the time. Bo Jackson started the ball game, injured ankle. They took it in, just to check it. There he is. And then they x-rayed it. The x-rays were negative, but he can't put any pressure on it. He cannot cut. Here's Marcus Allen, who can cut, and he goes to the 17-yard line. It'll be third down and still a couple as Art Still and Dino Hackett make the stop, and right now it is the ground game of the Raiders that are controlling this drive.
Well, that's what got them here. A lot of people have jumped on this Raider bandwagon over the past 2 weeks. There have been those that have been saying the Raiders are playing as good a football as there is in the NFL, and it's beyond me when you look at all the statistics just why they're 5-7 on the year. The running attack best in the NFL, defensively third in the entire league. It's a real mystery why they're 5-7.
In the corner, and Dookie Williams cannot get to it. He was picked up by Lewis, and we've got another flag at the 6-yard line. You're going to call pass interference at the 5 on Albert Lewis.
Defensive holding, number 29. 5-yard penalty and a first down.
Bring it back to the line of scrimmage and mark off the 5 yards.
Let's try to find Albert Lewis in this wide shot that we have. I think he's up top part of your screen, the very right far side. Yes, that is. He's working against Dookie, number 85, on the inside move. He'll go back to the corner, and there's where the arm comes out right there. His left arm comes out and grabs a hold of Dookie Williams, and that's the flag.
First down for the Raiders. Their 19th first down of the ballgame. Kansas City has only 6. And Mueller goes to the 10-yard line. He picks up 4, and it will be second down and 6. That was the 12th play of this drive that started back at the Los Angeles 41-yard line. And Mike Bell makes the stop at the 10. Bo Jackson, by the way, 3 carries early on in the ballgame before the injury for 1 yard, and 1 reception for 4 yards. Second down, and we have a flag cover, and a baseball comes bouncing out of the thing. Baseball's going to be dangerous.
Small start, number 76 offense, 5-yard penalty.
Brian Holloway, left tackle. It's Brian Holloway, Bill Lewis, Don Mospar, Dean Moraldi, Bruce Wilkerson, that offensive line.
That's this week. They've had 9 different people start on the offensive line throughout this year.
Of course, John Clay has been there. John Giesick, Dwight Wheeler. Those are the people that are available today. But it has been an injury-ridden offensive line. Todd Christensen to the 3-yard line as another baseball comes out. and bounces to the 14-yard line. It can get dangerous out there. Pearson with the stop.
Now they run a cross pattern here. Christensen will come to the inside. Watch Mueller, number 42 in the backfield. He's going to come inside, then back out, and that confuses the secondary of the Kansas City Chiefs. See them switch in between there? Mueller to the outside, Christensen inside. It opens up a little bit of a gap, but he gets enough yards for the first down.
First down goal to go with the 3-time Christensen. That is his 4th reception. He has a total of 52 yards in the ballgame. That is his 5th touchdown of the year. And for the first time, the Raiders have the lead.
Watch him cut back, Charlie. He makes his cut all the way back to the left-hand side. That play is designed for Marcus Allen to cut any place he can find a gap. And he does it as well as anyone. He's a slashing, tough kind of a runner.
70th touchdown in 79 games for Marcus Allen. Chris Barr to attempt the extra is good. And the Los Angeles Raiders now in front of the Kansas City Chiefs by a score of 10-7 with 5:53 left to go in the third. Palmer, as most of you know, does have a 95-yard kickoff return for a touchdown that was here against San Diego as they opened the season. Now Barr to kick off. Raiders lead at 10-7. About the 22. Reggie McKenzie greeted him at the 22-yard line. And Kansas City will be moving on offense with 5:42 left to go in the third. The Raiders up by 3, 10-7. We'll be back in just a moment to Arrowhead. Jimmy Cefalo, Arrowhead Stadium, Kansas City. 5 minutes, 42 seconds left to go in the third. And the Raiders leading the Chiefs 10-7. Kansas City with the ball at their own 22-yard line. Christian Okoye, 6'1", 253 pounds from Azusa Pacific. He's a load and a half to carry. We've got a flag, but we'll have that. First, let's go to New York.
From the end of the run and a first down.
All right, thanks for the reminder, Bob. As a matter of fact, Jimmy and I will be in Denver next Saturday for that ball game in Kansas City and the Denver Broncos, and that's going to be an interesting discussion.
Go!
We'll get Jimmy Cefalo's thoughts on those quarterbacks in just a moment. A little pre-thought thought.
At least you gave me a play to think about.
Of course. I wasn't planning it that way, but it worked out that way. Kenney dropped it off to Hurd, who drops the ball. It's incomplete. It'll be second down. Now we're not talking. This is not all-time quarterbacks. These are
present day
quarterbacks. Oh,
good.
All of the scores. Buffalo wins. New England wins. Miami wins. Dallas loses. Washington wins. New Orleans wins. Well, New Orleans is hot. Cleveland over Cincinnati, and Green Bay upsets Minnesota. That's the big upset. Pittsburgh leading now 14-9. St. Louis leading by 10. And here the score is Los Angeles 10, Kansas City 7. We got a couple of the scores we'll get back to right after this play. Inside handoff to Okoye to the 40-yard line. Jerry Robinson with the tackle. Kenney, by the way, 4. Is this correct? Is that correct? Bill Kenney has completed 4 passes in the ballgame. 4 of 14 for 86 yards. 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He's over 3 in the second half. 4 of 14.
They've not gotten their wide receivers involved in the game, Charlie. Stephon Page has only caught 1 ball on the afternoon. They've got to get him more involved. They looked for him on that particular play. They had him covered. He had to dump it off to Hurd instead.
3rd down and 4. Herman Hurd stretches out for the first down just across the 45-yard line. Sam Seal was the man pulling him down for the Raiders.
You talk about an intelligent play on the part of Herman Hurd. Every person who can touch the football on 3rd down has to know where the marker is. He knows he's got to get just beyond the 45-yard line. He stretches out past it, and that stretch at the end is what gave it to him. Now here's Stephon Page. He's the guy they've got to get involved in the offense. He's trying to cross across the field. That's McElroy, number 26, covering him, but that's the man that they're looking for. They've got to get him involved in the offense.
First down. Kansas City at their own 45-yard line. The flag is down, and Okoye is down after a yard.
Just an observation about Okoye, Charlie. Just in watching him this afternoon, I know he's not played organized football for a very long time.
What do you know? He didn't start for a very long time. That's what you mean. He doesn't have. He's from Nigeria. He doesn't have the background of high school.
Right.
96 defense, lined up offside. 5-yard penalty. We'll replay the first.
He does not seem to follow his blocking very well at all. He's running into some offensive linemen, not following their leads, but that'll come because he's got the physical tools to be a very, very good running back.
He played at Azusa Pacific. Did not, of course, did not have any type of football background. He was a weight man in track in his home country. Los Angeles 10 penalties, 71 yards. Ball out now to the 50-yard line.
He's changing the play, Charlie. He's got man-to-man with Stephon Page down below.
And he also has Greg Townsend and a sack for the Raiders.
They did a great job of disguising the defense once again. Take a look at the running backs. Okoye in the middle of your screen, Moriarty, number 32. He checked off. Thought he had a man-to-man coverage downfield. The Raiders dropped off. He winds up with a zone, and he could not go to Page. He had to eat the football.
And the second sack for the Raiders.
And Greg Townsend in on Kenney very quickly.
Second down and 11 at the 44. 2:55, time remaining, third quarter. Raiders lead by 3, 10-7. A bobble on the snap. Flags are down. Kenney also, as if he thought the ball was dead when he downed it on the knee rather than covering it. So there was I don't know if whistles it down, if there was motion or they run out of time. It's all just kind of falling apart.
He changed the play at the line of scrimmage again. Number 30 right in the middle of the line of scrimmage, faking the all-out blitz once again. That's why Kenney changed the play at the line of scrimmage. They seem to be confusing him.
Third down and 18. Deep over the middle. Carlos Carson, first down. $25 yards.
This is just a perfect throw by Bill Kenney. He's got to fit it in between two defensive backs. 48 is Washington. And a safety is on the way over. Good concentration by Carlos Carson, but an even better throw by Bill Kenney.
And remember this play. The whole game could turn on a play like this. Remember, it was third down and 18. We've got some stats on Carlos Carson with Kenney, but remember that play. It could loom so important because the Chiefs down. They would have had to kick. Raiders would have had good field position. Could have taken over the ball game. Okoye? No, that's not Okoye. It's Moriarty. And a flag is down. I think he's complaining about a face mask. Greg Townsend makes the tackle.
We got a personal foul, a 15-yard face mask, only 93 defense.
Now, again, it was third and 18, the key pass. Now a penalty of 15 yards added to the end, and all of a sudden, Kansas City right back in the ballgame. They only trailed by 3, 10-7.
And the only way they were in the game at all was because of the one pass play, Bill Kenney to Carlos Carson. So let's take a look to find out if indeed Townsend has an argument. He was saying, I did not grab his face mask. That's a flag. You can't grab the helmet in any fashion. And while he didn't actually have the face mask, he had the corner of it. Good call by the official.
So it's really a helmet call, a helmet grab than a face mask grab, and use of face mask is the terminology of it. Kenney. Incomplete. He was going for Marc Keel, the tight end, who is 6'4". And it was to the pass was over his head. James Davis had the coverage on. Second down. The ball at the 21-yard line. Second and 10. Kenney 6 of 17, 115 yards, a touchdown and an interception. The touchdown, of course, the 67-yarder to Carson. The game was 7:56 to go in the first half. The snap coming with 2 seconds on the 30-second clock, and the pass is incomplete. Carson could not hang on to it as Sam Steele was there immediately. Good defensive play for the Raiders.
And he once again changed the play at the line of scrimmage. This time Carlos Carson did get the call. The quick out is one of the most common audibles. The strong safety is sometimes inside, faking the blitz, sometimes coming at other times, and that's why Kenney is audibling.
3 wide receivers, 3rd down and 10.
Changing it again.
Making no bones about it. By that, simply shouting out the move. Incomplete. Carson slipped when he made his coverage and looked back and couldn't recover. It was a pretty good pass, though.
Well, you know what was interesting about that play? When he changed the play at the line of scrimmage, Carlos Carson and Stephon Page changed positions.
Yeah.
One went to the outside and one went to the inside. That's because what the Raiders are doing is gauging their defense based on the position of those 2 receivers. There's Stacey Turan now. You see him just dropping back into his zone coverage. But Turan is the key to it. The strong safety always is on a blitz situation, whether or not a quarterback will change the play.
And Nick Lowry with a 39-yard field goal attempt. It's good. This year he has now hit 14 of 60. And we've got a tie ball game. 10-10 with 59 seconds left in the 3rd. And the reaction of Nick Lowry. Here's Jokie Williams on the kickoff return. He is collared at the 26-yard line.
And the normal shoving and pushing.
It's the normal, you're right. Angelo Snipes is the man who got him.
Paul Palmer got, no, that was J.C. Pierce, number 24. He got picked up.
This is Charlie Jones, Jimmy Cefalo. We're at Arrowhead Stadium, where it is cold but still clear. Snow expected later on this evening and tomorrow. We've got a tie ball game as Vance Mueller gets the call. And Leonard Griffin makes the tackle for the Chiefs at the 27-yard line. So it'll go for 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Time of possession in this ball game. The Raiders 28.5 minutes, and the Chiefs 15-19. So it's just about, it's not quite 2-1, but almost 2-1.
And it's not unusual. The Chiefs so far this year have been out time of possession.
I like that.
9 times on the season. A lot of it today has to do with, I'm not sure what. It's the lack of offense by Kansas City because the running game of the Raiders has not been productive.
Wilson going deep, diving for the interception and not make it is Kevin Ross. Jokie Williams, the intended receiver. And it will be 3rd down and 8.
Best matchup of the day, we mentioned earlier, Mosbar versus Moss, 72 for the offense, 63 for the defense. Mosbar just wants to keep the penetration away, and he does a pretty good job. He's got his hands inside, and that's the dreaded headlock, a little wrestling going on inside between the center and the nose tackle.
4 seconds left to go in the 3rd. Third down and 8. Lawson pulls it down at the 40, and there's a flag on the play.
The flag, it's the battle going on between Burris and Christensen.
Offensive pass interference.
And this time Christensen gets shot.
Todd, of course, disagreeing with the call.
Always gets called for a fair number of interference calls, Charlie, because they've got to push off in those zones.
To the 19, it's going to be 4th down. Still around 17 to go for the 1st down as Art Still makes the tackle. And the kicking team will come out for the Los Angeles Raiders as we open the 4th quarter. The ball game tied at 10-10. Jeter Fields is the return man for the Kansas City Chiefs. And again, if you joined us late, Bo Jackson playing very early on has an ankle injury and has seen very, very limited action. 3 carries for 1 yard and 1 reception for 4 yards. kick, taken at the 49-yard line. And he's going to end up losing a couple of yards on the return back around the 47, maybe the 48-yard line. Only a 31-yard kick by Stan Talley, as Jamie Kimmel was down on the special team for the Los Angeles Raiders. We'll be back in a moment. Kansas City on. Poor Bo sandwich. Well, it's poor Bo in a lot of ways. An ankle injury. They took X-rays. That the good news is that they were negative. He can't put any pressure on the foot to cut on it. So in his limited early participation, 3 carries for 1 yard, 1 yard rushing, or 1 reception for 4 yards. So they touched the ball 4 times early and added 5 yards total to the offense of the Raiders. We're tied at 10-10 with 14:06 left to go in the game. Kansas City with the ball at their own 47-yard line. Herman Hurd, first down, 40-yard line, 13 yards.
Here's coming straight at you. The lead block by Okoye, number 35. And that's what I mean about following the blocking. Herman Hurd set the block up by Okoye. It seems like there's an injury to Stephon Page. You see him just grab the back of his leg, knocked over by Hurd. And he is hurting, coming off the field limping. The back of his knee rolled up by Herman Hurd. But Hurd set that block up by Okoye very well. That's something that Okoye will learn the more and more he plays ball. Henry Marshall has replaced him wide to the far side. First at the 40-yard line of the Raiders. Kenney going deep. Incomplete. Flag is down. They're going to call pass interference on Sam Field. Carson, the intended receiver. Well, the reason they called interference, Charlie, is because Sammy Field did not play the football whatsoever.
Defensive pass interference, number 43, first down.
He used a little stutter step to get by Field, but now watch Field. He goes after Carlos Carson, doesn't play the ball. No question about interference there.
Yeah.
And Field has the audacity to argue about it. Come on.
He never even turned back to look.
No, he was beaten right off the bat. It was a little stutter step by Carlos Carson that broke down Field early on in the pattern. Slipped by him, and Kenney, while not completing a lot of passes on the afternoon, is getting helped by a lot of penalties by the Los Angeles Raiders.
First down, goal to go at the 6-yard line. And Hurd to the 4. Scramble for the ball. The play may have been blown dead. Tom Ball was diving for it. Matt Miller met the play along with Jerry Robinson. They're going to mark it just inside the 5, so we'll call it the 4. Second down, goal to go. An official's timeout.
Stephon Page re-enters the game. Marshall comes out, and so apparently he's healthy enough to continue the set.
Now the officials have stopped the game. The umpire and the referee are... a linebacker can catch you from the side. All kinds of things can happen. Second down, goal to go. Hurd and Okoye, the running back. Okoye playing with that injured shoulder. Kenney incomplete. Hurd was the intended receiver. A defender was just sitting there. It was Jerry Robinson just waiting.
That's a terrible play selection on the part of
whoever makes the play
Bill
selection.
Kenney. Well, at the line of scrimmage,
did he change it
he
again?
wanted to go to Stephon Page, but he didn't have him right away and decided to throw the ball to Herman Hurd. But Robinson stepped in front. It was just a poor choice by Bill Kenney to throw the football where he did.
Kenney on the afternoon has completed only 6 passes. 6 of 20 for 116 yards. Touchdown and interception. They're going to rule it. They got to rule them. Are they not going to? They're going to rule the pass complete and then a fumble recovery. That was Herman Hurd. I didn't think he had possession.
It didn't look like he did. Bill Kenney, not a lot of pressure really. He just underthrows it.
No, he didn't have possession. Should have been incomplete. Should have been incomplete. Nick Lowry with the field goal attempt from the 10. Now the replay official is going to look at it. They'll bring it back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be about 2 yards deeper. And then they'll go to the field goal from there. Lowry is hit from 39 yards away. Frank Steyer, the hole. Frank Val is the center. Breaks the tie, and Kansas City moves up on the Raiders. The Chiefs 13, Los Angeles 10. We'll be back with a kickoff in just a moment. Jimmy Cefalo, 11 minutes, 44 seconds left to go in the ball game as Nick Lowry kicks off for Kansas City, now leading by 3. From the 10-yard line, here's Chris Wood. He's to the 20, 25, 27-yard line. Paul Kaufman making the tackle for Kansas City. First down for the Raiders. Plenty of time remaining. And total offense, 326 yards to 212. So the Chiefs kind of climbing back at them. The Raiders have 2 or 3 wasted opportunities in the first half. Goes deep. Jokey Williams had 5 yards on Albert Lewis, and he picks up 15 yards and a first down on the play to the 43-yard line.
And it was a well-run pattern by Jokey Williams. Initially, he did not have that much of a cushion, but he faked the deep pattern and came back on the curl away from Albert Lewis. And I don't think I've ever seen Lewis beaten that bad on a pattern.
We had him at 5 or 6 yards. And Jokey, 3 receptions, 69 yards. Is there a tendency for a defensive back to stay off a little bit more in this time of a ball game? When you're leading by 3, you know they're going to be throwing.
Not when you're Albert Lewis. He's got that great ability.
Here's a screen to Marcus Allen. Back to the 50. He could go at 40, 30. Makes the cut at the 20 and is brought down at the 15. And in one respect, run down from behind by one of his own men. But Lloyd Burroughs was the roadblock.
There's Marcus right in the middle of your screen, sneaking out after he gets underneath the defensive charge of the Kansas City Chiefs. Now angle all the way across the field. It reminds me of the Super Bowl in Tampa, where he did that all the way across the field. He does it better than anybody else in football, cutting back against the grain. He actually gets run over by Christensen, number 46. Knocks him over from behind.
They mark it at the 17-yard line, a 41-yard gain. Kansas City 17, first down. Marcus Allen. 4 yards to the 13, second down and 6. Leonard Griffin makes the tackle. Talking to Marcus before the ball game, standing outside the locker. He said I expect a tough ball game because every time we play Kansas City, it's a tough ball game. And I asked him, I asked him about Bo and the thing and what everybody says about this. He's a football player. I said, I enjoy all parts of it. I said, I enjoy running the ball more. I'll tell you the truth, but don't tell anybody. I promised him that I would. Okay. Flag is down, and Mark Wilson is down. It'll be holding against the Raiders. Jack Del Rio made the defense.
Holding, 64 offense, penalty refused, third down.
Dean Morality, they do refuse it, so it goes to third down. With the ball at the 20-yard line. Third down and 13.
And that, in a sense, Charlie, is a chance, though. The Chiefs would have knocked him 10 yards further back. Yes, it would have been second down and 23. But now you've got to consider whether Barr, if you hang on to him at that distance, can kick a field goal at this length. I'm not so sure I agree with accepting the call. It's not accepting the call.
There's Bueller. Bueller to just inside the 15-yard line.
And so the Raiders decide to play it safe and set up the field goal by Barr.
Bill Moss makes the tackle. You have 32, 33-yard attempt for the tie. And we have an injured player for Kansas City. Bill Moss, the nose tackle. And Moss has been one of the most successful defensive linemen in blocking extra point and field goal attempts.
He blocked one last week against Cincinnati, and the second one, the one that won it in overtime, grazed his helmet.
Underneath his hand and grazed his helmet. Chris Barr. Barr has hit this year 17 of 24. 1 for 1 in this ball game from 23 yards away. 32-yard field goal attempt. It is no good. He misses to the left from 32 yards away. The score remains Kansas City 13, the Raiders 10.
He got too much of a hook on it, right to the left to the upright.
Oh, no. But, oh, yes, we've got a timeout. We'll be back in just a moment.
Actually, the only two plays that have kept Kansas City in this contest were the long pass to Carlos Carson for the score in the first half and the interference play to Carson in the second half.
Herman Hurd, and he is pulled down by Rod Martin. Kansas City will now try to run as much time off of the clock as possible. So we expect them to stay on the ground if they can pick up a couple of first downs.
But all of that doesn't matter. You know, we go over time for possession all the time. Time of possession doesn't mean anything in a football game. I mean, it's a stat we use because it's kind of fun and all that. But it doesn't matter. When you look at the score, it's 13-10, and Kansas City is has not had the ball very much most of the afternoon.
Loss of 2, second down and 12. Report on Bill Moss, he has re-sprained his left ankle. Probably will not return. Juggled, it is Jonathan Hayes with his first reception of the ball game. Good for 13 yards in the first down. That is only his 17th reception of the year.
But that's a lot for a Kansas City tight end. Over the years, Kansas City has not used their tight end in their offense whatsoever. But Bill Kenney and the Chiefs this year have done a good job of getting Hayes involved more and more. That time he beat Sammy Seal across the field.
At the Kansas City 31-yard line, first down. Kansas City leading Los Angeles 13-10. The Raiders with a record of 5-7. The Chiefs with a record of 2-10. Quick screen right side. Carson slips the tackle and goes out of bounds. 44-yard line. Gain of 13 in the first down. Ron Fellows makes the tackle. Early games, Buffalo destroying Indianapolis 27-3. These are the finals on the early games. New England by 22 points over the Jets. Miami comfortably over Philadelphia 28-10. Washington defeats Dallas in a close one by 4. And New Orleans over Houston. Cleveland defeats Cincinnati, and Green Bay upsets Minnesota. Those are the early ball games. We'll update the games that are going on with us, our time period, in just a moment. First down, Kansas City at the 44. Herman Hurd on the draw. He's going to lose a yard back to the 43. It'll be second down and 11. And Malcolm Taylor was there just to stack him up. In the late ball game, along with the one that you're watching here, Pittsburgh now in front of San Diego. Boy, San Diego 8-1, 8 in a row, and they haven't won one since then. 17-9 in the fourth. St. Louis and the Giants, they've got a slow one going. They're only in the third there, 27. As you saw, to 17, I think. The Rams shutting out Atlanta, and Detroit leading Tampa Bay. Here it is, Kansas City 13 and Los Angeles 10. With 7 minutes exactly left to go in the ball game. Another flag is down. Heard the intended receiver. Lowry was Bill Kenney was decked, and there's another marker. It will go against the Chiefs as Rick Donnelly now checks into that offense, and Tom Bow comes out. No, Donnelly's going to come back out. That
Illegal use of the hands, 77 offense, penalty refused, third down.
Called on Baldinger.
Well, there's no doubt that Howie Long is indeed healthy once again. Penetration all day long. Watch him here, right in the middle. Working against number 77, Rick Baldinger, and he beats him right to the ball, and Kenney takes such a shot. That's why he had to dump it off quickly to Hurd, who had fallen down on the play, and actually the Chiefs were lucky that that pass was not intercepted.
Third down and 11. Here comes the safety blitz. Pass is complete to Carson. Carson to the 30. Carson's had is he had 36 for a yard to his side. Closing on St. Louis. Pittsburgh constantly leading San Diego. Kenney over the middle. Jonathan Hayes, the tight end, the intended receiver. Catchable ball. Second down.
And Kenney seems to be getting his feet under him, much more accurate here in the early parts of the fourth quarter. This is not Kenney's fault at all. This is a touchdown. Jonathan Hayes beats Turan across the middle, simply drops the football. Now watch the reaction. Is that James Davis again? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
He's been involved in a fight before, and Hayes really a lot of restraint and not just going over and returning the shove. He let him know what he felt, though.
Kenney 9 of 25. 178 yards, 142 of those yardage to Cardinals. Okoye to the 18. That's a gain of 3. So it'll be third down and 7. It is now final. The Rams shut out Atlanta 33-0. We were just a little, don't worry about it. We just caught up on the scoring. We got a little behind technically. Detroit 20, Tampa Bay 10. That's in the fourth quarter. Our 10-minute ticker went down. So we are doing this manually, chasing these scores down all over the country. Is there no end to what we will go to bring this information to you? And there's our score. Third down and 7. It is caught by Henry Marshall to the 1-yard line. For Henry Marshall, that is his first reception of the ball game. It is only his 8th on the year.
And Marshall gets away with something here. He pushes off right at the end. See the left arm extended. He pushed off, but then makes an outstanding catch. But Henry Marshall lucky the flag wasn't thrown there, and a flag should have been thrown on Turan for pulling him down by the helmet. And even when the flags are not thrown on the plays, we seem to have infractions, Charlie.
Henry Marshall in his 12th year. He was one of the Kansas City players celebrated today as a member of their outstanding team over the last 25 years here in Kansas City. Okoye and Moriarty are the running backs. Okoye for the score. The ball comes back. The officials are going to say it had broken the plane in the end zone, and now words and pushing and shoving continue.
Charlie, I think they're going to rule that he fumbled and had not broken the plane.
Not broken the plane?
Here it is now. Did he go over the plane or not? And when does the fumble occur? Those are the important questions. The ball does not break the plane there. No, it is a fumble on the field of play. You're absolutely right. Whoever recovers this football has the ball because it did not break the plane.
And this is not reviewable by the replay official.
The only part that's reviewable is whether he was into the end zone or not.
And he was.
And he clearly was not. The ball comes out right there. He goes into the end zone. The ball is down below.
You're right.
Seal, in fact, it hits him in the back, and the ball recovered by Kansas City.
Kenney is going to be sacked back at the 14-yard line by Howie Long.
And another flag is thrown. And quickly picked up by an official. I don't know why. But Kenney is down.
4 minutes and 17 seconds. That is the time remaining in the game, and Kenney is really hurt.
Comes in, it'll be third down and goal for the Chiefs.
And the line of scrimmage, the 14-yard line, just inside the 14. This is the 12th play of the drive that started back at the 20-yard line.
They may be forced to run the ball here, Charlie, because of the new quarterback.
Good point. Oh, they're coming out throwing. The ball pops loose, goes out of bounds, and they're going to rule the play dead at the 18-yard line. It'll be fourth down, and that means that Nick Lowry will come in with a field goal attempt.
It just slips off the back of his hand, Charlie.
The fumble is forward and out of bounds. They bring the ball back to the spot of the fumble on the 17-yard line.
And that, of course, is the ruling. When the offensive team fumbles the ball, it comes back to the spot when it goes out of bounds. It could have been called an incomplete forward pass, but the ball, his arm did not start forward. The ball fell out when it was going backwards.
Well, his arm went forward. The ball was not with it when it happened. You're right. 35-yard field goal attempt for Nick Lowry. Fire to hold. It is good from 35 yards away. So Nick Lowry has hit from 39, 22, and 35 yards, and Kansas City leads at 16 to 10. 22 and 35 yards. Kicking off either Dokie Williams or Chris Wood. Woods at the 9-yard line. He'll return to the 23, possibly the 24-yard line, where Marc Robinson makes the tackle. 'Tis the season to be Smurfy. A mouth, a mystery, and me. I don't know if it's any good or not, but it's one of the great titles that I've ever heard. Family Ties in the Sunday night movie, the Father Clement story, all here on NBC. That's an intriguing title. 'Tis the season to be Smurfy. That looks like a softball that's now being thrown, right? With a message. I don't know what it is. Los Angeles in their own 23 first down. James Mueller. Mueller out at the 27-yard line. It'll go for 4. And another flag. This one, I think, on Kevin Ross, as he is disagreeing with him. Here's another look.
Another look
a
at it.
5-yard face mask penalty, 31 defense. A 5-yard penalty, and we'll replay the first down. It'll be first and about 1.
Dumps it off to Mueller. He wanted to go downfield with the zone coming up. Now, interesting, both teams have 3 timeouts remaining, and so the Raiders can use the entire field. They don't have to limit themselves with 3 minutes and 16 seconds and counting on the clock. They don't have to limit themselves to the sideline. They can go across the middle. There's more than enough time remaining.
So it'll be first down and 1 after the play and the penalty. Wilson to Mueller, incomplete at the 41-yard line. Aaron Pearson had the defensive coverage, and it'll be second down and 1 at the 33. Exactly 3 minutes left to go. Minutes left to go in the ball game, and it's second down and 1. Knocked away. Good defensive play by Kansas City. That is a technique that the Los Angeles defensive line used very effectively in the first half. Art Still got this one. It's going to be third down and 1.
Art Still working against Bruce Wilkerson, number 68, for the Raider offensive line, and Still has had quite an afternoon. Seems he's been around the football quite often. A lot of pressure by the big man from Kentucky.
2:56 left to go. Kansas City up by 6. It was tied at the half, 10-10. Excuse me, tied at the end of the third quarter, 10-10. Kansas City led at the halftime 7-3. And we had a scoreless first quarter. Kansas City defense may have held from a 1st and 1 situation. That Detroit-Tampa Bay game is now a final. Detroit winning that one 20-10. That score just in. And they're going to bring the chains out for a measure. You still kick it away, try to hold them, take another opportunity.
Well, I think their defenses are playing very well. They got 3 timeouts plus a 2-minute warning in between.
It is now a final, St. Louis and New York. St. Louis wins it 27-24.
And it's the first half, so we'll never know what their choice was.
Jokey Williams comes wide to the near side. Marc Allen. 29-yard line. He'll lose 5 yards. Second down and 15 is Art Still and Gary Baldinger were there, and another flag is in. Does anybody have any idea how many flags have been thrown? Does anybody keep that statistic? We don't keep that.
And this will be a...
It will be an all-time high.
Yes, it will be. Holding call against Kansas City.
Holding defense, number 56, 5 yards and a first down.
That's Dino Hackett. Might make the Guinness Book of World Records.
The Raiders were going back to Marcus Allen on that same screen pass they were so successful with earlier on, but that time Kansas City smothered it.
The ball goes out to the 39 first down.
But for the second time in the drive, though, they get the break. That's the second time they've taken advantage of now Kansas City's penalty.
Flag is down. Pass is incomplete. High over the head of Jokey Williams. Next week, the Raiders home to host the Cleveland Browns, who defeated Cincinnati today.
Illegal use of the hands, number 68 offense. A push to the face. 10 yards, still first down.
The rookie number 2 draft choice from Tennessee. And the ball goes back to the 29-yard line. It'll be first down and 20. Next Saturday, Kansas City will be at Denver. 6 in the secondary for the Chiefs. Marc still up inside, jumps to the outside, has 4 yards to the 33. So it'll be second down and 16. Albert Lewis makes the tackle, as we'll take the countdown now to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to go in the ball game. Kansas City 16, Los Angeles 10. We'll be back to Arrowhead Stadium in just a moment. And the Most Valuable Player Award sponsored by Budweiser, and that is Carlos Carson. What a great afternoon he has had, as Budweiser will make a contribution to the United Way on behalf of all the MVPs selected in today's game. Here he is in action.
And with great ability to run after a catch there, turning Sandy Field around.
Carlos Carson. 67-yard touchdown reception, a total of 4 receptions for 142 yards. Second and 16. Mueller out to the 45-yard line. Gain of 12 is going to be third down and still 4 to go. And now the Raiders are going to stop the clock, and as they do, we'll check the scoreboard. Pittsburgh defeats San Diego. The Chargers unable to win at the latter part of the season. That's the final. St. Louis over the Giants 27-24. Rams shut out Atlanta, and Detroit defeats Tampa Bay by 10. And here, with 1 minute and 47 seconds left, Kansas City 16 and the Los Angeles Raiders 10 as the Raiders take a timeout. Again, next Sunday, the Raiders will be hosting the Cleveland Browns at home. Next Saturday, Kansas City will be at Denver. This game is the property of the National Football League. The Los Angeles Raiders, the Kansas City Chiefs, all rights reserved. Today's telecast is presented by authority of the National Football League, intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the Kansas City Chiefs and the National Football League is prohibited. Marc Wilson, 20 of 34, 324 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Here's the blitz. Pass is complete to Christensen. He converts the first down to the 44-yard line of Kansas City, where Mike Robinson makes the tackle. It is a first down. The time remaining, under a minute and a half. Mueller at the 40-yard line. It'll go for 4 and be second down and 6 as Lloyd Burris makes the tackle. The Raiders can pull it out with a touchdown and an extra point.
And with 2 timeouts, plenty of time remaining.
Intercepted. Kevin Ross with his second interception of the ball game. The Kansas City defense, with the fewest interceptions in the NFL, 8 coming in, pick off 3 today.
And a nice bit of coverage by Ross. He's all over Lofton. In fact, Lofton has to turn into the defensive back on the play. Wilson, on the other hand, seemed to have an angle, a gap up the middle. He could have run with the football and gained a number of yards. Again, with 2 timeouts left, he should have thrown it away or run with the ball. Instead, he makes the wrong decision and goes to the man who is very well covered.
One minute left to go. Kansas City just inside their own 30-yard line. Bill Kenney back in at quarterback. Here's Herman Hurd. Puts back against the grain, spins out to the 36-yard line. It'll be second down and 4. The Raiders will stop the clock. We'll take a timeout with 52 seconds left to go in the game. The Chiefs onto it. This would be only their 3rd victory of the year. The record to go 3-10. For the Raiders, a loss would make them 5-8 and takes him out of that long shot for a playoff spot. Okoye. From Azusa Pacific. Remember? Anaheim, Azusa, and Cucamonga. Jack Benny made the name famous before your time. The report card for Kenney, 10 of 27, 194 yards and a touchdown. Okoye, 45 yards rushing. Carson, 142 yards receiving. Lowry hitting 3 out of 3 field goals. Wilson, 339 yards passing. Allen, 60 yards rushing. Lofton, 5 receptions, 112 yards. Chris Barr hit 1 out of 2 field goals. And again next week, the Raiders at home against Cleveland, who won today. Big game for the Browns. And Kansas City at Denver. Denver has not played yet this weekend, as they are at Seattle later on. Carson in motion. Here's Herman Hurd. First down to the 47-yard line. That'll do it. Stacy Turan makes the stop. And we can just take the countdown. And so the Los Angeles Raiders are officially eliminated from a playoff possibility in this mysterious season that we have had called 1987. The final score, it's official, Kansas City 16 and the Raiders 10. We'll be back in just a moment to Arrowhead Stadium.